All of you for being here with us, Superintendent Tim McConnell, Dr. Jeff Elder, State's Fire Marshal Bush Browning. It's nice to see you. Commander Paul Noel, thank you for being here. Kay, welcome to the Red Cross. We thank you for that. David Schmidt is with us, Dr. Jeff Elder, and of course the council member from this district and my dear friend Latari Cantrell. It's nice to be here with you, unfortunately under really sad circumstances. As a result of the tragic fire the other night, which took the life of Martha Anderson, the grandmother, Christina Squire, the mama, and of course, three beautiful children, Jade, Jason, and Jala. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to them. This hits us particularly hard because this is the neighborhood that I grew up in, and Latoya grew up in. I grew up right down the street and walked past this house every morning on my way to St. Matthias. And of course, to the family and to all the children that go to Wilson Elementary School who were traumatized by this terrible event. And so our thoughts and our prayers go out to them and their family, and I know that the entire city envelops them in love and will do what is necessary to help this family through this very difficult crisis. Today we really wanted to come here to talk about interconnectivity and the relationship of our entire community. We can't grow, develop, or thrive without considering the interest of all of our citizens, to the strongest and weakest among us. When we lost a grandmother and a mother and these three precious children, it's part of the soul of the entire city. And what we wanted to say today is that we have to make sense out of this to the extent that we can, and then we have to make sure that we use this to make sure that this doesn't happen to any other family. And the truth is that we have the resources that are available to us to help protect all of our citizens in the event of a fire. This new cold front that's coming in, again, ask everybody to pay attention. We have, with the New Orleans Fire Department, a free smoke detector installation program. We have had it for a long time. We get out to neighborhoods all the time. We wanted to take today as a special day to remind the citizens that we have free smoke detectors available, and the fire department will help you install them. Our firefighters will come to your home to install working smoke detectors. This safety tool can give you the extra seconds you need to get out in the event that you have a fire. I want to encourage everybody to take advantage of this opportunity to protect yourself, your family, and your neighbors. Become a positive force in the city of New Orleans. Don't wait until a tragedy like this strikes. You can call the fire department, and you can visit their website at NOLA.gov/NOFD for more information. All of our teams have always stood ready and continue to stand ready to help protect you, your family, and your homes. And I want to thank the men and women of the fire department and the Red Cross and EMS for being so proactive and being pro-available. There's no reason why this should happen in the city of New Orleans. And as I've said, we have always had and we continue to have free smoke detectors available, and we'll help you install them. And so let's not let this event happen without us doing anything to stop it from happening in the future and make sure that their lives were not taken in vain. So with that, let me ask Chief Tim McConnell to come on up, to be followed by Bush Browning, State Fire Marshal Latari Cantrell, our council member, Kay Wilkins from the Red Cross, and Dave Schmidt, who is the head of the Broadmoor Improvement Association. Chief McConnell.
My heart goes out to the victims of this tragedy. This disaster certainly will go down in history as one of the worst loss-of-life fires in the city of New Orleans. President Dwight Eisenhower said, "There's no tragedy in life like the death of a child." The question is, can we take action to ensure that they have not lost their life in vain? To ensure that things are not the way they are, we can take action and make decisions that have permanent consequences in the future. Ensure that this type of tragedy does not happen again, and that there's a positive outcome for all the suffering. They say it is how one handles tragedy that distinguishes them. Let us as a community work to ensure that the tragedy that happened this week is never repeated. To that end, this smoke alarm installation campaign that will start today is just a start to guaranteeing that every citizen in the city of New Orleans has a working smoke alarm in their home. This administration is working to ensure that this tragedy, that this tragedy is not our failure, but rather a call to arms to protect every child in the future, and that this never occurs again. So I thank everyone for coming out today. We have a campaign, we have great partners, American Red Cross. We had programs scheduled prior to this for the next 3 Saturdays to install smoke alarms. And I partner with the State Fire Marshal's office. State Fire Marshal Butch Browning, who will come up now, has been providing us with smoke alarms and been a great partner in this campaign. So I thank everyone, and let's try and get a smoke alarm in every single person's home.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to first give my appreciation to your leadership and Chief McConnell. These are certainly hard times when these incidents happen, and as much as we rush to respond and find the best out of things and make the best out of things, unfortunately there was nothing to be done once this fire started. Your New Orleans firefighters responded in a very violent and heroic manner and could not change the tides. But I think as we stand here today, it shows our partnership not only with the fire department here in the city here and the police department here, but also with the fire marshal's office and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, as we all responded to try and get answers. And I think it's important that we find answers. But what's resonated from this is the need to more enhance smoke alarm installation across certainly the city, but across the state. I can tell you right now, we had 72 deaths in the state of Louisiana last year, and literally every one of those deaths can be contributed to the fact of an absence of a smoke alarm or a smoke alarm that might have been there and not working. So the message is today, if your family is going to be safe, if you think that you've done everything to ensure the safety of your family, you haven't done that unless you've checked your smoke alarm tonight to make sure it's working. The beauty is, and as the mayor has said, there is a program where your New Orleans firefighters will come in and install these smoke alarms in the event you don't have any. Our office, I think yesterday we provided 200 smoke alarms to the fire department for this area. We deployed almost 800 smoke alarms in the greater New Orleans area from St. Bernard and the Jefferson Parish Fire Departments have requested it. Certainly outside the city of New Orleans, we want to direct anyone who needs a smoke alarm to our website, lasfm.org. Click on the Operation Save a Life icon. What that'll allow you to do is electronically request that smoke alarm, and then we'll get that smoke alarm to your local fire department so your local firefighters can certainly install those smoke alarms. Mayor, it's a pleasure to be a partner in what you do at the city. Unfortunately, these aren't the kind of days that our partnerships are desirable, but it certainly is strong. And I pledge our office's support. We'll be here with you not only with this emergency, but certainly future positive events that may happen in the city. Thank you so much.
You know, today we're standing here literally as a community. And I want to say thank you, Mayor. This is a teachable moment, I think, for all of us. I could not think of a better place to be standing, and that's in the Rose F. Keller Library and Community Center, where the family visited many times. Across from the Catholic Church, where all of them were baptized, served the church's altar servers. 2 blocks down, attended Andrew H. Wilson School. Great students. Across the street lived. Grandmother was there for 40 years. So in everywhere that I walk, everywhere that I look, not only here this afternoon, but throughout this community, I see this family, and I see the strength and the power of Broadmoor neighborhood. But it is today that we stand tall together to say, hey, let this not happen again. As our fire chief said, this will go down as one of the greatest tragedies in the city of New Orleans due to fire. But we're going to stand tall, and we're going to proclaim that we're going to be proactive to prevent this from happening. And so, as I partnered, my office has partnered with Red Cross in the past. We've partnered with the New Orleans Fire Department again in the past to proclaim that we have to be safe and we have to take action, and we do have to gear our homes with fire protection, alarm systems that work. And as the chief said, this is something that is free. So we're going to walk the community just as we've done at every time in the city when we're on our knees. We don't stay there long. We stand up. So it's an honor to be here, and hopefully together we will move this forward, but we will equip more homes with protection so that more lives can be saved, and this will never happen to us again. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor, for asking us to join you today. It is a very sad time for us all, and our hearts go out to the friends and families of those that we've lost. But we're glad to be here with our partners and to stand tall with the men and women of the fire department who day in and day out work with us on a regular basis. You know, we are going to be walking out in the community. We are going to be doing giving out information about the free smoke alarms that you can get. But we also have trained our Red Cross volunteers to talk to families about having a plan. You hear me all the time tell you it's time for a plan. When a smoke detector goes off and that alarm sounds, we know you've got about 2 minutes to get your family out. So I'm asking each of you today to go home, talk to your family, make sure you have a plan for what would happen if a fire occurs in your home tonight. Check those smoke alarms, but also check with those family members and make sure they know what to do. That's what we're going to be doing as we're walking with you today, is making sure that the people in our communities have a plan and know how to keep their families safe.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate the support we've been shown. I'm actually the board president for the charter school, Landrieu Wilson. And we opened our doors again yesterday, and the teachers, the students, and the faculty all celebrated the lives that were lost. The mom was there every day at that school. That school was part of her life, it was part of her children's lives, and we celebrated that as much as we could yesterday, and we leaned on one another to get through the day. Andrew H. Wilson is Broadmoor's community school, and we stand by that school as a community. And one of the things that Broadmoor has always done, and Mr. Mayor, I know you're aware of this, is we're resilient. We try to stand up. And whatever we can do to prevent another tragedy like this from happening again, we will. And today is a first step in that direction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right.
We're going to take questions on this.